Over 10 hours of open bracket play has led up to this moment. We are down to the final round here in the open winners bracket. The winner of our next round of matches will move in to pool play. Just 4 spots up for grabs, and right now we're going to see one of the best matchups possible. The #1 seed, Illmatic, taking on one of the top teams from Europe in Vitality.
Yeah, many people think that Vitality, I think Benson had him in his top 8 to finish here in this tournament, so Vitality has a lot to prove here. If they can take out Illmatic, they will move into that championship bracket. So much on the line for both these teams. They want to prove that they are worthy to play with the best, Chris, and as of right now, they're both looking like they deserve it.
Guys, I'm Chris Puckett, joined up here by Jack, a.k.a. Courage, one of our new casters here at MLG. Jack, It's great to have you here on the main stage.
Excited to be here. I've been following MLG for so long. Never thought I'd be on the main stage, but we have a great crowd here. So many people rooting for both these squads, so a lot on the line, and I'm excited to see who takes it.
Now, this is going to be a fantastic battle, and I got to get your thoughts here. Vitality, we saw Swanee just looking really good in his previous match on the main stage, but what are you expecting to see from Baker, Fearsome, Reppin, and Skux there on Illmatic?
I'm expecting to see them try to match this Vitality squad in slaying. They got to do that in map 1. It's good. We're going to be going right into Hardpoint here. I believe it's on Detroit, so a lot of long-range gunfights there, but also some key nade spots that you can have in that green hill, as well as the garage hill. A lot of teamwork's going to need to be used there to be able to break those hills and score for your team, but we're going to be hopping into game 1 here. We're going to see who's leading the slaying. We'll be updating you on who's who with the numbers throughout this match, so guys, get pumped.
Yeah, get your pens ready, guys. We got Baker at #1, Fearsome is #2, Reppin is #3, and Skux is #4. That's your Illmatic squad. On the other side of the stage, we got Gotaga at #5, Riskin #6, Swanee #7 again, and Tommy #8. So right away, I want to jump into the action with that Vitality lineup there looking so good earlier. Swanee was the man on retreat, and I think he is going to be our player to drop the biggest kills on the Illmatic side. Keep your eyes on Baker. He had some huge plays in our online tournaments leading up to this moment. We'll see how he's doing on land today.
Yeah, 1 player from this Vitality squad using Trophy. Everybody else in the game rocking overclock, so it'll be interesting to see here who wins this start-off battle. Both players going back and forth. We're on board here with Events 8, which is going to be Tommy going 2-0, capturing that hill to start things off. Great start from him, already 3-0.
Nice plays from Tommy. He was the first one into the hard point. Picks up 3, gives his team a little bit of breathing room after 3 were dropped right away. Illmatic charging in, player #3 on your screen right now. This is Reppin. Let's take a look at his loadout. He seems to be rocking the overclock red dot stock and quick draw, and then of course the double stuns, the stuns. Something that has really come into play recently, and what I'm excited about is this is the first time I've seen players equipping score streaks.
Yeah, that definitely is something that we've noticed here. Also, I'm seeing some extended mags here on BAL, so some nice differences that we haven't seen in all these matchups. You know, the BAL, such a strong gun, but that extra amount of ammo that you get per clip can be the difference maker in these long timed gunfights here in these different hills. Now we're going to be seeing here as teams are trying to break this hill, some great entry kills there, but holding it is Illmatic. Both squads trading back and forth.
Fearsome taken down inside the hard point. Now it's going to be Baker trying to push, and Baker can't get it done. Player 4, that's going to be Skux making his way over. And this is looking scary. Vitality has 3 players backed up. They did break 1. Here comes a second kill potentially, but no, it's going to be shut down. Swanee and Tommy trying to get the damage done. And at the start, we're seeing Gotaga lead the squad at 7-4.
Yeah, one of the most well-known players here from the EU, leading his squad now sitting at 8-4, doing a great job of making sure his team leads things on the slaying front. Now we're almost tied up, Chris, and we're going to be heading over to this garage hill soon. You're going to see teams start rotating here. Should have an engagement here. Nice pick up there in the entry kill. Events 5, that's going to be Gotaga once again getting control of that hill for his team. Unfortunately, gets taken out there as the opposing squad, Illmatic, got that back glass spawn.
Taking it over to Riskin, first time seeing him in this game, and Riskin just was the man. He had a 7-kill spree inside the hard point on retreat in his previous match. I'm looking for him to go on the long flank. They're giving up some valuable time, though. You see 12 and 8 already from player number 4, Skux, off to the hot start. Let's stay on board with him through the respawn. He has the most kills in the game right now. Yeah,
he was on a 5-point streak there. Unfortunately, 4 down now for Illmatic, as the lead is going to go over towards this EU squad. Vitality, great work by them with Gotaga still leading the squad here at 12 and 7. You can see them all making sure they get control of this hill, utilizing that back ramp there, trading kills, going back and forth now, as the hill is finally going to go in control here of Vitality yet again. Great work by this team, keeping composure when they're getting flooded from all different angles.
Up now by about 20 points if they're able to get 2 more kills. The hard point will be rotating, and you can see the players already making their moves. Player 7 getting the job done. It's Swanee who killed the other anchor. Hard point has rotated, and it looks like it will be Vitality in there first. Long-range shots coming in from Swanee. Tommy trying to stay at the hard point, not going to work.
Yeah, you're going to see the team here going to want to keep spawning this back glass, as they can basically pinch the opposing players that keep flooding through this back alley area. Such a key spot to hold down, but smart play there by a player from Ambulance gets taken out here. You can see this one player holding the hill. That's going to be Gotaga, knowing he has trusted his teammates to take him out. 2 players here from this Vitality team sitting in the hill. They're now up by 30 seconds, Chris. This is getting out of hand quick.
Riskin with a big 2-piece there, getting support from the back end from Tommy. Nice lockdown here of the hard point. That was Illmatic's chance to come back, and they really just blew their opportunity. They had 3 up versus 2 from Vitality, and they simply lost their gunfight. So here we go. We got 6 minutes left in this game, and look at our score. It was 55-57 just about 2 minutes ago. Now 112-60 as Vitality is trying to double up on their opponent.
Yeah, when we saw that score so close, Slang was definitely in the favor of Illmatic, but now that has changed all up as Vitality now leading the game in Slang. Now with a 40-second lead. Illmatic, though, doing a great job of holding down this school hill. We've seen so many times, time and time before, where if you get control of this and cover those 3 entrances, you can rake in a lot of time, and that's being shown here. But a great break coming from Gotaga and crew, as they now have control, expanding their lead back up to 40 seconds. They are not relenting at all.
Gotaga was watching that back out. He's going to fall. Now it's up to Riskin. Riskin does get the kill. Grenades flying in. Tommy jumping on the hard point, but they will not be able to pick up much more time. Swanee just trying to keep his opponents outside of the hard point, and it's working for now. Highly contested, and once again Vitality just clutching the 1v1s to get hill control. 5 minutes still to go, a 50-point difference in score.
Yeah, after our first rotation of hills, the thing that Vitality is doing so well is when they get in that hill, they don't just die and lose a gunfight. They keep chaining kills. 1, 2 here, making sure they have a teammate flooding in behind them for support. Doing a great job of calling out, predicting where the players are going to be spawning. Now we see one player inside this hill. This is what I'm talking about, picking up that kill there. And while you may not think it's too big of a deal, it's just another kill in the many engagements he'll have. It's 1 kill that gives them 2, 3 more seconds to add on to their score.
I love this route from Riskin. All of his teammates pushing to the right. He loops around on the left side, catches a player on the flank, now inside the hard point, and he's in a very safe position. The cover from outside is phenomenal. Impeccable. You see the kill feed. It was 2 from Tommy, 1 from Swanee, 1 from Gotaga, 3 straight kills from our opposing squad, the Illmatic crew. But Vitality, once again, every time Illmatic gets close, they're clutching the 1v1. Finally, we're going to see the break as Baker gets in.
Yeah, and Chris, what we're seeing there is the first hill normally in a lot of these hard points is just always broken. It's just scrap time. There, we saw Vitality hold that for over 30 seconds to expand their lead to just shy of 90 here with just over 3.5 minutes remaining. We're going to need to see Illmatic make a huge comeback happen now if they want to have a chance at winning this game. But Green, what I mentioned before, so many nades are going to be flooding in here. You're just going to see grenade after grenade flood in. Look at that, over and over as they're trying to break this hill through back alley. Finally gets taken out by a grenade. Beautiful play there by Vitality to break that hill, but now Illmatic still holding this, now only down by 70. Chris, this game is not over.
This is a big hard point. You can lock it down for a full 60 if you have the middle covered properly. Good shots for the first 20 seconds of it. We have about 30 more here on the hard point, and still it's Illmatic locking it down. In comes Tommy. Riskin's gonna fall. Now it's gonna be up to Gotaga to finally break in. Swanee, way across the map, is in the garage trying to set up for the new hard point. He's gonna beat everyone here. We'll see. Can Vitality lock it down, or will it be Illmatic continuing their comeback? They brought it within 45.
Yeah, right now, as we're seeing, the slaying is extremely even in this matchup. But once again, Chris, the difference maker, the kills inside of the hill, making sure they hold that time for as long as possible. Now Vitality expanding their lead to 50 seconds, chucking out those pre-nades, knowing they either have to come from school side or from this back glass. They're going to get call-outs here, and he's going to rotate this. Look at how much time they're raking in here. He hasn't even had to shoot a bullet in the last 30 seconds.
Baker in your kill feed getting a triple, and all of that momentum taken away as Riskin picks up the two-piece. Down go two players. Outside, it's Gataga fighting for control. Spots a player jump through window, calls it out. His teammates inside are covering it. 3 players in the hard point. Gataga outside, and that kill feed now all red.
This is where Vitality is just excelling, killing from outside the hill, making sure that that person in there can basically just relax, read a nice book, not even having to worry at all right there as Gataga. Now 27 and 25, making sure this team wins it. Another headshot there. Now predicting the enemy players will come back from back alley. Chris, all you're going to see is this Vitality team shoot and nade this back alley. I think they're going to hold this hill until the game ends.
I'm loving the captures from the squad. It has been the Frenchman. Gataga working with Riskin every time to break it first. You see Swanee and Tommy, they'll hold it at the end, but that kill feed now all blue. Illmatic not giving up yet. 90 seconds left on the clock, but you have Vitality just 30 points away from locking this up.
Yeah, Vitality in a tough position here. Gonna have to try to break this back alley. You can see the tables have now turned on them. Great work there, now flooding this middle street. And Chris, we don't see teams do this enough. You're never gonna break through that back alley if you just flood it 4 players at a time. Nades are too strong there, but now they go through the middle street, and now look at this. Breaking the hill, they're not able to get quite control of it yet, but creating hectic amounts of engagements in there. Teammates taking out each other. 40-second difference here going into the final minute.
Baker looking for the 40 bomb. His team trailing by 50, and there's only 56 left on the clock. They need to play this perfect for the rest of the game. Vitality seconds away from making it mathematically impossible for them to come back, and there we have it. It looks like Tommy inside is going to do the damage. 1 player in for Illmatic. 40 seconds left on the clock, and we're going to see Vitality now looking to finish strong. Can they get to 250?
It's looking like they will, Chris, as they are now up by 50 seconds. It is mathematically impossible for them to lose this game. Great work there by the whole team. None of them doing a ridiculous job in slaying or going extra positive, but making sure they utilize their teamwork to get those kills inside the hill. So crucial. Got to give a shout out to Baker, though, on this Illmatic squad, dropping 41 and 31. Great plays out of him, staying right up there in the slaying department for his team. Unfortunately, the rest of his team not doing the best of job covering and holding those hills. But Chris, game 1 going to go to the EU squad, repping here in the US of A.
Man, Vitality basically getting outslayed. You see +5 at the top of their leaderboard, but it was just a team effort, and we talked about it throughout the 10-minute match. This was just clutch kills. That was the difference maker.
Yeah.
Big game out of Baker. The rest of the guys over on Illmatic need to step it up, though, going into our next respawn.
Yeah, guys, we're going to be going into, what is it? I believe it is Capture the Flag on Biolab, so that'll be another interesting matchup. I think that man on your screen, Gataga, is going to be, he's going to need to go huge here, as he was 36 and 31 in that last matchup. That squad right there, Illmatic, not looking too happy after that game 1, but they're going up against some Titans there in Vitality. Chris, who do you think's going to take game 2?
Baker had the best KD in the game. The rest of his teammates under a .9. If he can get some help, I think we'll see a game 3. But right now, if I'm putting money on this match, I'm putting it all on Vitality. Don't go anywhere, guys. Game number 2 when we return.